Year 9 of Siege is finally upon us, and there is a lot to unpack with this coming year. Ubisoft have gone all out with a whole host of changes coming this year, so we're going to do our best to go through it from start to finish, including some bonus changes at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around for that. So without me talking anymore, guys, let's jump in and get started. So let's take an in-depth look at Year 9, starting off with Year 9 Season 1 Operation Deadly Omen arriving in the next couple of weeks and available to play on the test server. The new playable op, Deimos, the villain of Siege, is arriving into the roster. He is a 2-speed, 2-armored operator with an AK-74 and a shotgun, and his secondary is the new 4-4 Vendetta. Now his ability is he's got death mark trackers, which are small probe drones that will fly around and track defenders on the map and give information to him and only him on their whereabouts. Now I will have a detailed video on how to play Deimos in future videos, so keep an eye out for that. Now we're going to take a look at the new operators coming in Year 9, and you can see here they're starting off, of course, with the new operator Deimos in Season 1, and then they're bringing a recruit remaster in Season 2, followed by a Greek operator in Season 3, and an operator remaster in Season 4. Now what they've said for Season 2 is that it's going to be 2 recruit operators that are coming into the game. There's rumors that it's going to be a port over from the R6 mobile game, that it is going to be 2 free operators playable for everybody. And then they said in Season 4 it would be an operator remaster from America, which we all assume is Blackbeard, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that one. So we're going to move on here, and we're now going to look at the big anti-cheat changes that are coming this year. So they've announced that they're going to be making some improvements to their mouse trap implementation to be better detecting people using mouse and keyboard on console. Now on top of that, they're also working on improving their QB system, which is detecting cheats, removing them from the game, stopping those companies from making the cheats, and better helping the game remove cheats in general. Now on top of that, they're adding data bands, which is machine learning, which will detect based on statistics, constantly analyze players, and remove players who have statistics that are unheard of on this game. Now with the data bands, they're also going to be implementing this into the reputation system. People using mouse and key on console, if they're detected to be using it, they will have reputation decreases based off of that. Now on top of that, in Season 4, automated text moderation will be brought into the game, so anyone trying to be toxic in the text chat will have their text removed. They can potentially be suspended for toxicity. Now these are all very important changes that will be spread out throughout the year as the seasons go by, and they will do this in a way to protect the game and its integrity, considering cheating has become so rampant on the game, especially at the beginning of last season. And moving on to some of the big balancing changes that are coming throughout the year, especially in this upcoming season, they're making some big changes to weapon attachments with the return of the ACOG and the removal of the 1.5. Now they're still going to keep the shell of the 1.5, but they're going to maneuver all of these scopes into different categories, starting off with iron sights, universal, magnified, and telescopic. Now what this means is that ADS speed is going to be a lot slower depending on the scope that you're using, as they are trying to slow down the run and gun meta and make the game more tactical. So the next big change coming this season is a full rework of ballistic shields. Now they did test this on the test server in the past, but it's being finally implemented into the new season, and there's a lot to unpack with the changes for the shield operators. They now have the gun behind the shield instead of hip firing from behind the shield. They will no longer be able to do that, and you will hold the gun behind the shield and you have the ability to free look. Now what that means is that when you come up to a door or a window, you can look to your left or look to your right, give some info to your teammates who can come up behind you and get that pick in the round. Now another important change with the shield operators is that not only can you hold the gun behind the shield, you can reload your gun and throw utility without having your arm or head visible to the defenders. Now another thing is you can now kind of oryx dash with the shields, knocking defenders to the ground, and they will have a split-second chance to get some shots back on you, and they will also be able to shoot the shield to stop you from running. Now you can also break windows and doors without ever exposing your body to the defenders, and you can actually break through fully sealed doors into the building. So there's a lot to unpack with the shield ops. It'll be very interesting to see how it plays out in the upcoming season. And there was even a hint that Thermite might get a shield in the future. Some more balancing changes, which includes a change to how Kiba barriers work in the game. They can now take damage and be destroyed by bullets. You can either use 3 shots from a shotgun or a number of bullets from an assault rifle to destroy the barrier. So this Azami change will be coming with this upcoming season, and they're also saying that they're going to be making some big changes to Fenrir and Solus in Season 2 and Season 3. Now, the next big addition coming this season and will have changes throughout the year is the addition of the Locker. Now, this is a place where you can check and keep up to date on all the headgear, uniforms, weapon skins and more, and you can track them and keep them as your favorites. You can look at your headgear and organize them by rarity, name and release, and your weapon skins will be broken down into individual weapons so you can keep track of all of your best skins to sell on the marketplace. And with that, the release of the marketplace will be in Season 2, but the beta is still available to register for over on the Rainbow Six website. So moving on to the next big changes, and this is to do with training and onboarding. They're making more changes to the new Versus AI playlist by adding more maps and operators. This includes maps like Bank, Chalet, Oregon, Cafe and Consulate, and new operators like Jackal, Yana, Lion, Ash, Buck, and Finca. Now they're also going to be making changes to the shooting range. They're adding a new cover mode to help you with shooting attackers and defenders from behind cover. They're also looking to add shooting range as your matchmaking so you can keep your aim before jumping into a match. Now, other changes that will be coming this year includes adding drone drills to help you with getting better positioning with your drones, which of course are a huge part of the game, and more additions to landmark drills where you'll be able to play for up to 60 minutes running around to different rooms and checking out callouts and objectives. Now, other small changes coming this season includes the visible throw trajectory, which is a small arc UI that you can see where you're throwing your utility. Now, this is optional and you can remove it or keep it on in the settings. They're also making changes to the rappel system, the animation and movement as you rappel onto a building, and it looks really good, and I'm looking forward to that in the new season. But the next big thing coming, which will be in Season 3, is the addition of badges. Now, you can earn these badges for completing specific tasks, like winning 10 rounds after the diffuser was planted, and you can place these on your operator card so people know what you're capable of doing in game. Now, also with this, they're going to be adding the career page where you can keep up to date on all your stats and statistics and information about how you're playing on the game, and you can keep track of your reputation, badges, replays, all from this new screen. Now, they're also bringing back the Siege Cup, which will be available to look at in-game, where you can team up with your friends and partake in tournaments where you'll be able to keep up to date on everything going on in the tournament on the game. The next big thing coming in Season 4 will be the addition of crossplay between console and PC players, and of course this will be the long-awaited change that people were asking for, to be able to play with their friends from different platforms. Now, on top of that, what they're going to be doing here is they're also adding into the anti-cheat, which I didn't mention at the start of the video, in Season 4 will be the automatic removal of a cheater in a live match. This will also in turn cancel that match, and that cheater will be banned, and then you can enter into matchmaking again. So there is a whole ton of stuff coming in Year 9. There might even be a couple of things that I missed because there's so much packed into Year 9. But I think all of you, just like myself, are very excited of what's to come. If you want to keep up to date on everything, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we upload our next video. We have tons of content on the way for you guys, and if you haven't checked out any other videos, make sure to go check them out. They'll definitely help you improve on Siege. So until the next time, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one.